Hello, the new Frog Ninja Warrior. Welcome in. It's pretty silent in here right now, isn't it? That's better. Hello, Radical. Gonna go get ahead and get this out of the way. Device disconnected. Sonic or waited too long to start gaming. I hope that doesn't mean the batteries are dead. You be quiet. No, you knew I was here. Happy to do. Yeah, you did that. You did that real pro. I'm proud of you. Huzzah! Wait, time out. Huzzah! How we all doing? Frog Ninja Warrior, I would like to welcome you as being my my first chatter from YouTube. See, I will be buying SMS games because I'm out of Game Boys to buy. Hey. What? 4 years ago? When the great transition happened and I gave up collecting and you started collecting, I told you. This is a dangerous move, my son. Oh. If it helps. I say at the very least, I bought a custom built SMS converter. That's $35. Which water is open? This one. $35 versus $150 for the 30-year-old version. Word. You might be getting back out of it. Because I'm kind of like vaguely... If the purchase of a CRT TV isn't vaguely getting back into collecting, I don't know what is. Actually, in all honesty, I really think my CRT endeavor is a part of my enjoying tinkering with the stuff. Actually, since we do have a YouTuber here viewing with us tonight, I want to see something. I just don't know how the YouTube works. Actually, okay, yeah. So I've been let me tell you about my life with trying to get this multi-stream silliness set up. I spent last night, while all the normal people were asleep, trying to figure out, and I got really deep, trying to figure out how to get a separate, because this plugin that I've got on OBS lets you have different canvases. So I was trying to set up this nice YouTube canvas that had YouTube's chat over where, hang on, let me get back in OBS. Had YouTube's chat here instead of the Twitch chat. which was silly because I've been in YouTube lives. And I know that the YouTube chat is over there. Just by default. It's there. It's built into the page. Which I guess Twitch's is too. Never mind. Anyway, I found out that like YouTube really doesn't do well with the whole chat boxes and alerts and stuff. The more you know. Anyway. I learned a lot of things, and I'm happy I did it. Now that I've run 3 people off, maybe all the people, maybe I've run everybody off. Let's actually play a video game. I need to bring OBS back up. Let's see. I'm gonna look at this Tales game. My boy's only at Act 3. Dang. Well, that's neat. I think I knew that it did that, but I forgot. By the way, there's the link. That's what I need. I need to get Nightbot in my YouTube chat so we can put that in there. There is a Discord. Feel free to come hang out with us in Discord. We talk about our old video games and our new video games and our stuff. And if I didn't mention it earlier, if you'd like to give the YouTube Live a like, there's a link pinned in chat. Radical did that. Anyway, yeah, that's all the self-promo, I think. Start new game. Hurrah! I looked at that and I thought, that's not gonna happen for me. And do you know what? It didn't happen. Ah. I missed one. Feels bad. So there is a reason for doing this tonight. I hesitated to do Sonic again because I have done so much Sonic over the last 3 days. But for those of you that are potentially watching that are from the old days, if you'll notice, how many times do you think you played? Now that's a dangerous question, and I don't have the answer to that actually. But yeah, if you're from the old days and if you take a little looky down there at the bottom of the Twitch page, you'll see there are some panels that have been resurrected with the Dragon Balls. Specifically all the Project Backlog stuff. The highest me. Bruh, you are not the old. You don't personify the old days. You personify the dinosaur days. Oh, I have Drop Dash. I really like Drop Dash. And I haven't had it for a long time. Sinlasa, I actually noticed before the project backlog was gone. That was a long time ago. Welcome in, Sinlasa. Sinlasa's part of the old days. Which, John, not to discredit, you being a part of the dinosaur days also firmly places you in the old days. Tell the people about Project Back. Look! If I see a squirrel, I'm gonna yell out squirrel. And you can't stop me. Sinlasa, I'm not calling you a squirrel. Although I kinda did. I apologize. Watch Gamer crash out on his oldest friend. So, Project Backlog. All the things are down there again. It's this project. I guess it's not air quotes. It was a project that I started in 2018, and it kind of ended in 2021. July 13th, 2021 is exactly when it ended, because that's the day that I beat Link's Awakening and then got a day job and just kind of fell off the face of the planet. I don't think the day job was the fault. It was at first, and I think if I'd have stuck to my guns of what my plan was, things would have been fine, but I didn't. But here we are in 2025. I'm trying to come back, and a couple nights ago... Well, hold on, let me back up. Project Backlog was an effort I had... Do you see this wall behind me? The wall is not as impressive as it was in 2021. But there's still a wall back there. And Project Backlog was a way to keep me accountable in beating my backlog of video games. Uh-oh. I hate this fight in Origins, actually. So... I commenced to play video games on Twitch. Actually, I started on YouTube. I started as a Let's Player, and then figured out I liked having a live audience better because I had people to talk to, and I didn't have to come up with content on my own. I could just talk to people, and that could be the content. And it went along really well. 18, what? 18, 19, 21. It went for 4 years. And then I dropped off the face of the planet. Come up to a couple days ago, I have been desperately trying to come back to streaming since about 2022. And just... we're not going into it, and I would request that anybody that knows... I'm not going into it live until I feel like going into it live, but just... End of 22 seemed like I was gonna stick, and then just life went off the rails. And I've been trying since then, but it's hard sometimes. So Q. Now, fast forward. We're glad he's back. We'll see. Fast forward to what? When did I stream the other day? A couple days ago, I did. Oh, I know what happened. I got my Saturn back. My Saturn has been out of commission. Like, in the middle of trying to come back, I was gonna stream Sonic Jam. And my Saturn had other plans. My Saturn died on stream. So I finally got a thing put in my Saturn. Saturn, it doesn't play discs. I wish it did, but it plays now. So I got the Saturn out. We played Sonic Jam. We went through the whole trilogy, Sonic 1, 2, 3K. And then I showed off Sonic World. And myself and Radical and Skim had this long conversation about old video games. For a hot second, my stream became a just chatting stream. Which, never knew that would happen. But I'm pretty sure that conversation is what kind of sparked later that night. I thought, you know what? It's time to pull this guy back out. So I think this is I'm gonna do something a little more ceremonious for the old school people, but I think Project Backlog is coming back. And the main, if this were a book and you were writing a story and you're trying to figure out what the conflict is, I think the conflict is me versus myself. So, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. We're feeling good about it. I did when I was preparing this though. Oh, so about this game, the reason I picked playing this tonight. If you look down through those panels, you'll notice a lot of them don't have VODs. Some of that is because I completely abandoned YouTube. Some of that is because I didn't quit gaming after I quit streaming, but I kept documenting. And poop. There are a lot of games that don't have VODs. The Origins Collection is one of those games. So I thought, you're not wrong. Run and guns are not my cup of tea. But the reason I picked this game, there's a lot of games that don't have VODs. And there's a little panel down there. It's got a lot of games that say that just don't have links. So I figured this would be a quick, and I got on stream late tonight, and I'm not ready to officially move into it. I'm close, but I thought Sonic 1 would be what the hell? Thought Sonic 1 would be a quick jump into getting started on maybe getting some of those games a VOD. So that's why I picked this game tonight. That's why we're playing Sonic for the 9 billionth time over the course of the weekend. Ow. I'm gonna get hit. I got hit twice. I'm not sure how coherent all of that was, if I'm totally honest. You got the gist, but you've been hanging around me for 20 years. Oh, poopy. I didn't realize I didn't have 50 rings. I think you're just a better... Uh, you know, I'm not gonna argue with that, but it felt pretty disjointed in my head. Ah, squeesh. Burn. I mentioned a panel down there, and I didn't mean to mention it. I meant to mention just the 2 Project Backlog Season 1 panels, and then the off-season panel, and how I was sad that there wasn't documentation of any of it. The other panel that I started to mention, I guess, there's one down there that says Project Backlog Replay. I've got games that I know that I'm going to come back to, and then I can get VODs and links to those games. So there's a few that are missing from this replay panel. Specifically games either that I know I'm going to get back to, as I just said, or games I really don't want to play. But there's a lot of games on there that I would be more than willing to play again. And I might actually hit them again on my own. But the thing is, there's a lot of games down there that don't have VODs. And that's just a ridiculous amount of content to tread back over intentionally. But I have provided bit values. And actually, I will be totally honest. I did this kind of as a meme for those that would get it. Like, there's some down there that are kind of really small amounts. Like Metroid, I've got Metroid down there for 100 bits. I'll play it again for you. Because I would not mind hitting Metroid 1 again. There's also down there Echo the Dolphin for 20,000 bits. And if you've been a part of this stream for any amount of time, you know that Echo the Dolphin is my final boss. So, it started out as a meme, but also if you want to see any of those games, you know, feel free to drop bits. I will either be very happy about it or begrudgingly take $200. Please do not spend $200 on Echo. Because here's the thing. If you spend $200 on Echo, I will play Echo. Absolutely, I'll play Echo. But dear Jesus, that's not worth $200. Like, accept it for the meme. Don't take that seriously. Go buy the Master System games. Take your $200 and buy the Master System games. That's going to be way more entertainment value than watching me rage at a dolphin for 30 days and then at an 8-directional... Oh god. It's Origins, it doesn't matter. Watching me rage at a dolphin for 30 days and then rage at an 8-directional auto-scroller that fakes you out into a corner to crush you for another 30 days. That if you die at the boss, you have to navigate the whole thing again. Like, let's be honest, those Master System games are going to be better than that. Metman somewhere. Metman is in this channel right now. I haven't seen Metman in years, but he's here right now. This is the night he decided to come, and he's saying, I don't know. He said, I'd like to see that... Damn it. I'd like to see that video about dolphins look back again. Heck, you might be doing that too, John. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing where instead of playing the Sega CD version, I play the Genesis version and I just abuse the snot out of save states. Don't remember much about Echo, but my 8-year-old niece was here the other day and loaded it up on, I think, the Sega, and she was all, so what am I supposed to be doing? I just shrugged. I couldn't remember it all. Echo. Let's talk about Echo then. Let's talk about it. So I am fascinated. What is it like to be sitting in front of Echo in 2025? Actually, yeah, I would like to know that too. But Echo the Dolphin, you cannot get started. And I don't remember how long it took, but you have got to get that game started. Also, by the way, spoilers for Echo the Dolphin incoming, like coming in hot. So you start in that starting area and you talk to all your little dolphin friends and they're like, Echo, what are you doing? Did you know if you did something you could do this? Did you show her better Genesis games? The shade is real. I want the shield down here. Look, man, be fair to that niece. She just saw... She saw the dolphin on the cover and was like, dolphin! And you know what? That's valid. I just let her go where she wants. The Mister is a vast loaded machine. I want a Mister. Do not take that out of context. Me in 1990X. So Echo the Dolphin, that first level. You have got... And the dolphins give you hints. Like, Echo, did you know if you, like, swam really fast and went to the surface of the water, you'll jump out of the water? And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to jump out of the water, and when you jump out of the water super duper high, this thing happens, and like, everything goes all to shit, and then when you land back in the water, everybody's gone. Spoiler alert, aliens abducted all the dolphins. It was not so long and thanks for all the fish. It was, please, sir, send me back home so I can eat the fish. But if you don't do it right, it won't trigger. And trying to get that sucker to trigger is a pain in the booty. And from there, it's, you know, for about the first 2, 3, 4 levels up until you get to the ice level. It's just this nice, cozy little dolphin game swimming around trying to find your buds. And then it becomes a game of BDSM. If you could personify BDSM in gaming, that was it. Hello, welcome to the HRG Hates on Echo the Dolphin stream. No. Look, man, I just want my emerald. The game's like, nah, bro, you just trashed one of our brothers. I'm gonna read chat here in just a second, I promise. I made it! No, dude, no, dude, no, dude, no, dude, no, dude, no, dude, no, dude. Zip. Alright. Dude, just freaking get in the hole. Don't take that out of context. Or do? Question mark? I don't know. Yay. Alright, thank God Echo Jr. exists because that game was actually followable and beatable for a child. Echo the Dolphin's gonna whoop your ass and when you close your eyes tonight, he looks back. Oh my goodness. But, did she enjoy her time with Echo, though? Did she like swimming around? Because I will be honest, I'm sitting here trashing the game. Oh, no. That first little area, as a kid, I always liked being in that area. It was kind of nice and chill and just kind of friendly. Ooh. I thought I was squeesh. That was something that happened in the stream. There's this level. There's some exclusive level content in the Sega CD version. Gosh, and I guess that means I have to play the Sega CD version again, because some of it is... Well, I don't remember. I don't remember if I decided that that content was worth it or not. But one of the extra pieces of content are 2 or 3 edutainment videos. Like, I guess someone got mad at Sega and said, you're brain rotting our children. So they put in some, like, the teacher rolls in the TV, the old, and not the new, the old CRT on the cart with a laser disc and a documentary about dolphins. It was that kind of a video. And the one was actually kind of fine. The one was okay, but the other one was just, it went on this kind of thing, and I don't even remember what the setup was. But the guy, and he was a very stereotypical person who read animal documentaries. And the last thing he said was, and something. Just know something along the lines of, and just know when you look at dolphins, they look back. Hello, way to make a new horror game based on dolphins. Holy shit. then, Lussa, I apologize. Fast route. I'm not going to have 50 rings, but fast route. Thought the bubble shield was supposed to give you water breathing. Have I been wrong about the last? No. So that's yeah. Sonic 1 doesn't have the elemental shields. I'm sad. No big ring. In Sonic 1, you just had the normal shield, and that was its graphic. And then Sonic 2 has the normal shield, but it's just that kind of blue... It's a blue pulsating thing instead of a gray-blue spinny thing. And then the water shield, it does come along in Sonic 3, and it does do exactly what you said. It gives you breathing underwater. There are, I am incapable of telling the difference in Sonic games by appearance. That's fair. They stuck to the same formula pretty good. They did. The mobile port of Sonic, that was it. The mobile port of Sonic 1 that this is based off has the elemental shields, I think, but this one sticks to the Genesis versions where they're not a thing. So, yeah, the mobile port, you can either play normal monitors where it's just all the shields are just the normal shield. And I was trying to think, and John beat me to it. You can turn on an option where it puts all the elemental shields in there. I'm not super 100% sure. You might be able to do that in this, because it's like you said, the versions of Sonic 1 and 2 in this game are based on those two mobile ports, but I don't think you can. You didn't read chat for me. You're not Ginger Scorch. Now, what you are is able to remember when I'm sitting here struggle busting to remember. So you're doing an even higher level task. You're not reading chat for me. You're reading my brain. You're reading all the corrupt spots in random access memory. I just called it the full name instead of RAM. Alright, are these stupid platforms here? Hey kids, remember the other day in Sonic Jam when these didn't spawn? But also read my chat. If you... I'm double tasking you. You're reading my brain and all of its corrupted memory. Also read chat. Wait, I have 5 emeralds? I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for Emerald 6. Time out. I also think it's funny. I said a long time ago I didn't need to collect all the emeralds in Sonic 1 again. But I feel compelled to do so since I know that I'm going to be making VODs out of this later. Come on now. Can't decide if I want to box my SMS games or not. Obviously, there's cost, but hang on. Piss. Alright. Since obviously there's cost, but with most SMS games being UK based, it's hard out here. Have SMS games like gone nuts or something? Because I asked that knowing full well I spent $100 on Phantasy Star. That was fun. I'll never do that again. I guarantee you, in every other universe in the multiverse theory, that ended with me landing on those spikes. Most are $50 box, some are more. Oh, that's, you know, that's... This feels crazy to say, but that feels okay to me for SMS. When you consider that Super Nintendo and NES games boxed are astronomical. Here's what I will say. Don't buy Transbot. As an awful shooter. Spaceship shooter. Terrible. It's 2 levels. I don't know if you watched me play that or not. I know it was in the original Project Backlog lineup. It's 2 levels, and you gotta do some special shenanigan thing to open up the second level. And the second level's boss is literally an ATST. And when you beat the ATST, the game cycles you back to level 1. And then does like Shinobi did, and its end win screen is game over. Dude, I never play that level that well. Holy crap. Nah, my SMS collection would pretty much just be Sonic and Donald Duck. I no longer have my old consoles. I had to abandon them in Fort Lewis when I left the military. Dude, that sucks. It was that or the dog, and I've got an eternal soft spot for dog. I would have taken the dog too. From then on, I was emulator only, the Mr. based instead. I think if something ever happened to that wall back there, I think I would almost be exclusively Mr. Because if something happened to that back wall, probably almost for certain something happened to all my consoles too. And that's just... There's no way that I can replace that now. Because a lot of this was bought... probably 75%, 55 to 75% were pre-COVID. The rest are while I was working at the game store. And it's just the way prices have gone with the retro community. There's no way. There's no way I could swing that anymore. So I would probably go Mr. Based too. And I would have taken the dog too. Dude, if I had to pick between my games and the ball of fluff that is currently occupying my spot in my bed, I would take the ball of fluff. She is a nuisance and a menace, and I'm in a toxic relationship with her. Platonic, of course. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to start making my stream an 18 plus only stream. But also at the same time, she's just a little baby. She's just a baby. Sweet baby. She's just a child. If I had to pay thousands upon thousands, yeah, is why I'm not buying this SMS stuff outright. It's a lot to think about. I'm sure they made the rec room and the barracks of the unit I was in a hell of a lot more fun after I left, but I had a van I had to stuff everything into, and it was a big old pet carrier or a pile of aging consoles and games. Like I said, I'm on your team. I would have taken the dog too. Right fast. We're going to take a quick break. So, you want to play games? I can play games.
I can become evil, HRG. Why can I not do moderator actions? Why can I not do moderator actions? This is not acceptable. don't like this. I don't like this at all. I can't even click on you, dude. I can't even click on you to time you out. Oh, that's because it's doing a thing over here. Alright. The streaming gods are on your side tonight.
And we send evil HRJ to sleep again. Just do it in Icelandic. What's this? What did Zinlasa say? That's not what I want. I want to know what Zinlasa said. All right. You know what? I don't think in the history of my channel I've ever done what I'm about to do. And considering I can't even figure out how to delete messages, I'm probably not going to be able to figure this out either. No, not in there. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This is what I want. Not even for John have I done this. That is not. That is not my sub notification. You are correct, Radical. I figured out what Sinlasa said. Well, wait. Don't need this anymore. Remove. Yes. Twitch alerts. Anyway, Doritos. Sinlasa, enjoy the emotes of the kitty cat. Alerts. Edit alerts. Subs. Gifted subs. Okay, that certainly didn't play. Hmm. Maybe that's what's going on. We've lost music. Okay. Don't tell me how to stream, even if you're right. Knowing when people sub is important. I will fix the gifted sub notifications later, but I needed the sound fixed for me. Let's catch up. Sprite, actually, I have 24 pack bottles of Mexican Coca-Cola and Sprite delivered by Home Depot like every other week. Nice. True facts, we sell them at my job too. They're a true connoisseur's choice. Best part is not only is it a bizarre place to get those drinks, but I get 10% mint ice. And then the backseat streamer. Alright, I kid. Wait, I muted the game. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was mean. You sure don't. I'm on the wrong thing. I'm so used to playing on my old consoles in their 4x3 aspect, a new Sonic Blackout type game. I'm so used to playing over there that I forgot to go to the 16:9 screen. Oh no, I missed. Crap. I have nothing to say. I was already mean. I don't want to be mean more. All this soda talk makes me want a Pepsi, though. The water's tasting good, though, so... Yeet! Right onto the bob-omb. Alright, here's what we're not gonna do. We are not gonna fall all the way to the death plane like we did in Sonic Jam the other day. See? Ba-da-dum dum 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 ba-da-dum bum ba-dum ba-da-dum dum 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 ba-da-dum bum ba-dum ba-da-dum dum 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 ba-da-dum ba-dum dum ba-da-dum dum 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 da-da-da-dum bop bum ba-da ba-da-da-da-ba-da-da-dum ba-da-da-da-da-bum ba-da-da-da-da-dum bop bum ba-da-dum. Oh god. Oh god. That was not pleasant. No! It worked out. Well, that didn't work. I know. I'm trying to be like Arctic, and I'm failing miserably at it. Trying to do speedrunner things, and it's just not happening for me. We're all off kilter now. I do not know how to do this boss. Alright. Don't know how to do this boss quickly. Oh, my back hurts. Beedle-da-doo. Final zone, except not actually literally final zone, just final. Good news is Sonic has like a kabajillion friends. Let's see, wait, hang on. Sonic has passed. Someone else will have to take his place. Oh no. Good news is Sonic has like a bajillion friends. He has more friends than I do. Dude, Sonic is just... Oh god, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Sonic is the Goku of Sonic World. Knuckles is Piccolo. Evidently, Eggman is Frieza, because he's the only one that hasn't become an ally to Sonic. Tails is Gohan. Don't ask me how that works. And proof that we're still in Dragon Ball era and not in Z, Amy is Chi-Chi. Cream is Chaozu. I also don't know how that works. No, here, let's be stupid with it. Cream is Tien, and cheese is Chaozu. I'm having problems right now. What's happening right now? Hey! Oh, good night. No. Dude, I'm having problems with jumping right now. By the way, there's the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Also, if you do happen to be new here and you like what's happening, if you like the nonsense that's happening tonight, drop the old channel a follow. It is, dude. I don't know what's happening. Like, it's actually Clockwork tonight instead of Clockwork. And actually, I feel like I've been playing fairly decently for me this whole stream. Oh, I missed. I don't know, my brain just completely deactivated. The cat's asleep, so she doesn't have the brain cell. So what was I saying? There's a Discord. There's the link to a Discord. If you like what you've seen tonight, feel free to follow the channel. It's kind of like this almost every night. Usually John and I don't bicker like an old married couple. Usually we're kind of cordial towards each other. I don't know what's wrong tonight. But yeah. And if you haven't, and you would like to support in other ways, if you haven't liked tonight's stream over on YouTube, there should be a little pinned message up at the top of the link. Just go over there and give it a thumbs up. That would help. But if you don't want to do any of that, your presence is perfectly fine. And if you have done all that, I thank you. Two, Three, Oh no! 4, Shamelessly stealing the game's done quick bit. 5, 6, And that's why I also like spin drop dash. Poopy. I don't agree. 7. I was so proud when Spouse beat this on their own. You know what? I'd like to see an adult gamer, because this is just me having an epiphany here. Like, these games are easy to us now, right? As adults, we just blaze right through them. But also, these games have been sitting in the back of our heads for decades at this point. And it's like, even if we're rusty and we forget little things here and there when we turn them on after a while, all that comes back pretty quick. I would like to see an adult gamer do that fresh. Zero knowledge of what's coming, and see if they have as much difficulty with it as we did when we were kids. Nah, I can't play Sonic games worth a damn. They're just traps for me rushing into boingies that run me into spot. Look, that is a valid complaint. The original games do that, but I also feel like the original games are not dickish about it. Now, if you would like, I could go on another rant and rampage about Sonic Advance 2. That game is not like it. It does that, and it's not fair with how it does it. I will stand by that the whole time. Sonic Advance 2 is not fair with its bumping you into death. I'm gonna stop doing that. That looks stupid on the playback. The end, and I've made Eggman angry. He is stomping on the end. What did those 3 letters do to you, Eggman? Sonic Origins is the best way for newcomers to experience these games. I agree with that. Cutscene. Okay, I need some lore. I need some lore on where did that 7th Chaos Emerald just come from. Because they even just showed Sonic got all the Chaos Emeralds, and they needed to fly away like the Dragon Balls. They needed to fly away like the Dragon Ball. That didn't help. They needed to fly away like the Dragon Balls. And a 7th one just, hey, I'm here now. And they all went off to that other island that Sonic 2 takes place on. I need someone to write the lore. I need some Sonic Frontiers level writing for these games. Why did the 7th Emerald just appear? Anyway. I mean, we can. We can totally do that. Do you, in your mod view, do you have the ability to add a stream marker? If not, it's okay. I can tab out here and... I don't think so, but I can make a note. No, I'll just do... No, that's streamed together. There. I got it. What do you want? Do you want Sonic CD or Sonic 2? Here. John and Salasa. Just bypassing that letter N right there completely. John and Salasa, anybody else that's in chat that wants to participate. CD or 2? Team 2. My knowledge of both is probably the exact same, so I defer to those who know. Team 2 it is. Sega! We could be complete degenerates and be Knuckles and Tails. You know, this is Origin, so playing as Sonic and Tails actually has benefits. This game is important not to just Sonic. Yes, it is. We had that discussion. Ouch. Ouch! Amy and Knuckles must not get along. I don't have an answer for that. Knuckles is apparently shy and doesn't like girls in the 90s. It's canonical per Sonic Jam. Yeah, it really is. That was funny. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just making unnecessary mouth noises. I do recommend, man. Still, I've preached about this a lot here lately, but every Sonic fan ought to have a copy of Sonic Jam. Because there's just a whole trove of treasure in that disc. Oh, I get to keep my rings. I don't have to go back. Dear God, Sonic Origins. Now I remember why I like playing this version. Ba-da, ba-da. Ding dong. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. And to continue that thought about Sonic Jam, it is borderline criminal that Sega hasn't included at least half of that content in modern collections like this. And I would go even further to say it's criminal that they didn't add in content like the US commercials to collections like this one. There's just... I don't know. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Like, access to Sonic World and Origins would be 100 out of 10. I don't even think you need the Sonic World. Like, just put it over there as your rewards for the coins. Like, going through and grinding out coins, knowing that a gift like, you know, the Toei animation is being outsourced to draw Looney Tunes, so they made a Sonic animation and did it Looney Tunes style as a test run. Put that commercial in there, and like they went not as a commercial, but as content that you can unlock. And it's clear that... I hate that stupid monkey, dude. Every time. Anyway, they reference that commercial, that animation, they reference it in the Sonic Mania animations. Eggman is wearing those pajamas in that last final animation where Amy goes to take Metal Sonic home for Christmas. Put the Sonic Mania animations in there. Oh my gosh. Content that deserves to be preserved somewhere else besides YouTube. Ah! I saw that happening. See, I can see Metal Sonic walking through town wearing a Slayer shirt, flipping off old people. Oh, I saw coconuts. I saw him throw the coconut, and I was like, that's gonna follow me all the way down. And sure enough, it followed me all the way down. Excuse me. All right, I made it. Just a little bit of backtracking. My head's spinning! John, that's my version of just what I needed. I haven't pushed that button in a while. Sorry. I have a Final Fantasy VII victory button over here. Nah, I don't want speed shoes. Eh. Eh. Time out. There it is, $231 in SMS games plus the $35 converter. I do not believe I will be adding tons more games to it, which is why I'm making the choice to box. What was the converter for? Was that an analog converter or was that a actual converter? I forgot. SMS games on the Game Gear, which is okay. Is it? I might be thinking of the Mega SG converter. I remember there were problems with that first converter they put out. I think they got that fixed though. I'm going to assume that you've done the research for this and you know what you're talking about. Because I have not. It's going to be a lock-on tower abomination, but analog pocket, Game Gear adapter, SMS adapter, SMS game. I should get the Game Gear adapter for the Pocket. I don't have any Game Gear games other than the ones you gave me, and I've already beat them, but... Mainly, I want the Pocket save state ability. Oh. I don't know. It's down there somewhere. Now that you've reminded me about them, I might have to up the price on Streets of Rage. I don't know what I put on it, but I might have to up it. Alright, I goofed this up a little bit. I recovered. let's see. Bad news, John. Streets of Rage is not on the list. It has a VOD. I'm safe. I don't have to be physically abused by lady twins. Dude, I feel like I'm crushing these special stages right now. If anybody wants to see HRG get his teeth kicked in by two powerful ladies several times, go on down there and click on the VOD for Streets of Rage on game... Nah, I thought it was the Genesis that it was so bad. You're probably right, but I remember it being the Genesis version that was so awful. Eh... Game Gear is the one I own and gave back to me, one of my painfully few actual childhood games. Hey man, we all did the thing. Whether it was selling off the games to make room for new games financially, or we thought we were going to grow up and be an adult. Was an adult for exactly 3 years, give or take, and that was it. Yeah, I feel that. No! Kinda same, maybe less. Crap. It's just got a lot harder. But I think I got it. Alright, I'm safe for one hit. Nah, I'm good. Joined the military, broke, left the military. End of adult time. Now I'm a medical retiree. For all but those 3 years of my life, I've lived the same life I did when I was 15. Yeah. My story is not the same at all. In spots. but I feel that. Worked for the same place for 17 years, but I still collect plushies and old video games that like when I was 7. Crap. That wasn't a great first round. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 210? 210. No, dude. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I can afford one hit. There was one hit. Tails? Alright. We're good. We're in. All 7 emeralds first try. Now Sonic can change into Super Sonic. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Easy game. Precisely why I said you could squeeze it in and all right. I'll take that. Absolutely, I'll take that. Goals prediction. Start prediction. Previous prediction. Name of this prediction. Will HRG finish Sonic 2 Origins in 30 minutes? In 30 mins. 950. I'm close to reading 956. Why is there no seconds clock? Yes, no. Star prediction. Got it. All right, chat. I've even given him an extra minute on this prediction. For those of you that have HRG coin, feel free to wager. Because here's the deal. We all know me. I agree with Radical. I think it is within my body to beat this game in 30 minutes, as he said. But we also know that sometimes I just can't game. I'll be the naysayer just to liven it up. Hell yeah, Sinlasa. So 9:56, 10:26. I gotta beat this game by 10:26 to confirm that I am a real gamer in Jonathan's eyes. Don't let me down. Let's see, 13 minus 7 is what, 5? Never mind. I was gonna say something. Or do. Sinlas is like, make me right. I want to be right. Alright, here's where I kind of wish Tails would go away. 1. And that's why. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the only thing that I don't like about Tails is Tails can come very close to just messing up a really good plan. And why I play Sonic only. Tom. Ouch. Crap. Since I just spent about $200 in SMS games, expect the Analog 3D to have a surprise release in the next few weeks. Email, it's ready! I'll tell you what, I'll make this little side note, not to get away from the comment about Analog 3D. I'll make this interesting. If I don't beat this game by 10:26 Central Time, I will gift you a sub, John. Ah, crap baskets. I knew that was happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Noble Panda 78, welcome in. The coins icon, so this is Sonic Origins, and I'm playing on anniversary mode, which gives us the nice widescreeny effect. The coins is, I can't hear myself think. The coins are, now the game's too low. The coins, in reference to gameplay, will let you retry special stages. As many coins as you've got, if you keep goofing up a special stage, it'll let you keep retrying the special stage until you get it. In reference to the whole collection of Origins, it's what you use. It's what you use to unlock like a lot of the. Yeah, I actually really kind of like it, honestly. It's like for me, I've played these games for forever. I know I can get the Chaos Emeralds vanilla, so it's just a nice, easy way to save time for me. But they also unlock all the hidden content in the collection itself, like all the artwork and that kind of stuff. So in anniversary mode, essentially you don't have lives, you have coins. Do recommend Sonic Origins. I think most of the weirdness they've gotten patched out. I think, question mark, I'm not sure. The only kind of ding is if you're like a hardcore Michael Jackson tracks on Sonic 3, those tracks aren't here. But other than that, it's a fantastic collection and a way to play these games. In the 1990s, you had to deal with lives and continues. In Origins collection, you just earn coins, they don't go away. I can never get all the Chaos Emeralds legitimately. This might be your thing. Like, I had to use one in Sonic 1 earlier. We played Sonic 1 earlier, and I think I had to use a coin there, but it will, as long as you've got a bunch of coins, it'll let you go. And I don't think they're particularly hard to get, but the game, all the 1-up monitors in the game have been replaced with coin monitors, so you get coins that way. Instead of continue, since there's not really a need for continue, since you're not running out of lives, if you meet the prerequisites to get a continue at the end of an act, it'll give you 3 coins. So I know before my PlayStation 5 broke, I had 999 coins in Sonic Origins there. So charge. That's down. That is down there on the list. Sonic Generations in general is on the list. And if I replayed that one, I would try and go get the Steam. I'd try to get the new version. Let's see. I'm playing Colors Ultimate and Sonic X Shadow Generations at the moment, going for 100% on both. Nice. I need to play Colors. Actually, in all honesty, I need to play anything that is post Sonic 06. I need to play Unleashed. I need to play Colors. I could live without playing Forces again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it. Honestly, Colors is my favorite Sonic game and the epitome of everything a Sonic should be. That is some high praise. Actually, I remember a lot of people saying that about Colors in the day, back in the Wii era. Personally prefer the DS version, but I'm also a 2D sicko. Never played it back then, didn't have a Wii. I did have a Wii, but I didn't play it, but I had just been incredibly burnt by Sonic 06. Like, it was just such a mess. It just wasn't something that I had any desire to play. Because 06 was a mess, and then Unleashed came out, and no one liked Unleashed at the time. I think public opinion about Unleashed has largely changed at this point. But just 06 really broke me on Sonic. Now these old 2D games, I could sit here and play these every day, and I have for all the weekend. Let's see. Never played back then. Pre-ordered and played it on Wii, and still have the 100 out of 10 Sonic hat you got for pre-order. Wow. The day stages in Unleashed were awesome. That's what I always heard. I had always heard, like, the day stages are where it's at. One day on this stream, I will play the new PC port for Unleashed. I don't know when that day is, but I will do it. Hedghog is just different, not necessarily unforgivingly bad. Well, he's not making videos anymore, which I think is unfortunate, because I think he had a very unique presence. It just... I don't know if he got burnt out or got sick of it, or I don't know what happened, but the guy that did Classic Game Room on YouTube, he was like, his position when he reviewed Unleashed was he didn't understand why people hated it. He thought the day stages were great, and his background was like arcades and beat 'em ups, which is what the Hedghog sections are. He always was like, I don't understand what's so bad. And this is why I like having Tails and Origins. Here's something else, Noble Panda, that you can't do outside of Origins. You can control Tails as player 1 and fly away. The Hedghog is... I've heard Unleashed is insane on Series X with FPS boost, so I might have to track down a copy. Yeah. I didn't know that they had anything on Series X that would update it, but I have to imagine it's kind of similar to the PC port. And if it is, oh my gosh, the PC port is beautiful. I've only played like one stage and then walked around whatever that little area is after the first stage, but it's gorgeous. Ba-ba-ba-da. Alright, chat. Are we going to the Hidden Palace or are we going vanilla? Actually, never mind. We gotta go Hidden Palace. So I was the reason why I changed my mind instead of letting y'all have a choice. When I realized I was doing this as a VOD makeup for YouTube, I was like, I guess I have to kind of do that, don't I? What would a Sonic Origins playthrough be if you didn't go to Hidden Palace? You don't know where I live. Maybe you do. Oh, you haven't seen Hidden Palace? Well, we definitely have to then. All right. The bridge sound effect got stuck. Makes me laugh. Noble Panda. What Radical asked. The boy is ahead of me. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Oh, no, here we are. Whee! Hidden Palace Zone. HPZ, Hidden Palace Zone isn't my entire personality. Also, he is indeed a liar. This man in my stream last night. Oh. Of course I have the music mod. We stopped stream the last time I streamed this for me to go get the music mod. I'm not gonna turn that off. Somewhat, I know it was cut from the original version, but was still in the code in an unfinished state. Yeah. So, this is as a kind of an Easter egg. Oh, I haven't been down here in a while. As an Easter egg, let me go. Squeesh. As an Easter egg, this port was done by fans. Like, they brought in some fans that had a engine that they made. I don't want to go down here again. That replicated Sonic physics very well. And they got those guys to build this port. And as an Easter egg, they let them build out one act of Hidden Palace Zone. Now, in the port, I have done shenanigans, and this is the track on the Sonic 2 cartridge. If you went into the sound test, there was one of the tracks was not used in the game, and it's always, you know, the assumption is that track went with this level. Where am I at right now? And because I am a nerd, I wanted this track to play when I played this game. So I went out and found a mod for the PC version of Origins that makes this track play. And there was much rejoicing that day between myself and Radical. If you want to watch, this is a very long YouTube video after this stream. I want you to look at this. It is the comprehensive video of all the cut content from Sonic 2. Yeah, if you're a big Sonic fan, Noble, that's a pretty good educational video on the history of the whole Sonic 2 beta thing. "25 years ago, HRG and I met on Game FAQs because of this level." It's true. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just was on the message board trying to find friends, and there was this there was this thread that was entitled, "Okay, so I've decided to do something." Little did I know I was about to go down a very, very large rabbit hole. And I did find friends. Beedle-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Let me in. Uh-oh. Hello? What's happening? What? What? Radical, I'm gonna need a clip of that. Please and thank you. No, no. All right. I will say what I previously said on this very stream less than a week ago. I wrote a 26-page, and then the breaking gaming ended. Research paper on cut content from Sonic games in high school. To see the video above is literally the primary sources of what I posited 20 years. It's true. Hey, Noble Panda, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Also, Nightbot in here with the timing. There is a Discord if you'd like to come hang out with all of us degenerates. Welcome. I gotta go to bed. Catch y'all later. Well, I hope you have a great night's sleep and appreciate you hanging out. And thank you for the follow, and maybe we'll catch you later. Oh, God. Come on now. There we go. John, I think you're going to be getting that gift sub. Thank you for that. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, John, I was watching Argic stream this morning, and he and Huds were racing the Sonic 8, where they play Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, CD, 3D Blast, and Spinball. I forget what all's in that. But Huds got to this act, and he did what I did there. Except he didn't do it as Super Sonic. He was regular Sonic, and had invincibility. That's how he did it. But he beat Eggman on the frame that the sub disappears in game. And they're playing on original hardware, by the way. He beat Eggman on the frame that the sub disappears, and if you do that, the game hard locks. So in his race against Argic, he had to... And, you know, it was just them. It wasn't like an official race, so they can bend the rules as they need to, you know. But Argic started screaming, "No, level select!" So he had to take... I just squished myself. Argic was screaming level select, and Huds had to go into the level select in the options menu and do all the stuff to do that. But yeah, I never knew that if you knocked Eggman out in the last frame, that his sub is on screen, which you can't see it on screen because it's under the oil, right? Never knew that you could hard lock the game. It just stopped. I like how Tails is just standing on the edge of this thing. Completely I'm excited to play SMS Sonic and Castle of Illusion. Never played the real Game Gear Sonics. My dude. I'm happy for you. The only thing that I have to say about the Game Gear Sonics is those hang glider sections. I can do them now, and I don't know what the difference is. Those hang glider sections are not telegraphed on how to do them right. Oh, why no jump? I've pushed button many times, no jump. And there it is. I have failed my mission. All right. I hope you enjoy your 610. Go to Sinlassa. Hey, look, man. I'm sorry, but I honestly when you said that, I thought, you know, that's cool that he thinks that I'm that much of a gamer. But I also felt like that was pretty... Give the sub to Scorch. Okay, that's your call. I'll do that, though. I gotta catch him in here, though, so that he knows that I did it. Although, it would be funny if he just came in here and he's like... Wait, I have emotes. What's going on? The cat is clawing on her cardboard bed. It scared the shit out of me. Dude, Tails is somewhere just having himself a bad time. I am sorry that I did not live up to your hopes, to your expectations. I am. Because in spite of thinking that I couldn't do it, I was also kind of like, you know, there might be a chance, maybe. I need OBS up. Why is OBS here? I don't need OBS here. I don't want to turn Supersonic on because it's not time to turn Supersonic on. But I'm afraid that by the time it is time to turn Supersonic on, that I'll have lost my rings if I don't turn Supersonic on. Yeah, there we go. And that's the shield that would have been able to keep me from needing to turn Supersonic on. But had to run into that stupid crab. Because the crab would have done me in. Tails. Oh, I really thought I could make that. Not worth eating, but some still enjoy it. Metropolis Zone is a wiener, full of garbage and not worth eating. Okay, now I'm there. I really thought I could make that jump. Oh well. It is what it is. 1, 2, 3. Get him, Tails! There's a cheaty way of beating that level. That boss. Yeah. I kind of respect it these days. Especially on Origins. Like, you can still get Tails. You can still get the game janked up to where you fall off of the tornado. But Origins fixed a lot of it. So now it's just kind of... It's not 100% chill, but it's a nice break from Metropolis. Now I can really just stand here. That's how Tails died. R.I.P. Screw it. It's just one of those things. I'm going to have to pause, though. I need a quick restroom break. John, I just had a funny... Oh, are we getting a cat stream? We have a cat stream. Except her butt's in the way. No, don't step on that. We don't have a cat stream anymore. She came across the thing, stepped on the Go XLR and changed some things, and now she's sitting on top of the TV. Meow. I did our little exchange earlier on when you were telling me to play the game instead of fixing stuff. I would have to... It would require some work. But there's a thing that my dad and uncle used to do. Oh, that sucks. On the stage, if somebody was starting to get out of line and talk too much in their MC work, get into a song. I've got a really good one of Dad doing it to my uncle. So he was getting into it with someone out in the crowd, and they did this a lot. They did this a couple times, but they just sing the song, children, sing the song. I ought to get the video clip of that and have that. I don't know how I would have it triggered, but have that to where it could be triggered, kind of like Cass's stream. Hey, dumbass, get back to the gameplay. It'd be a lot like that. I think that would be fun. Now, if this Silver Sonic... Are we coming back, kitty? What are you doing? She's sniffing the monitor. Anyway, I thought it was a fun idea. I am gonna, though, I'm gonna have to say I don't agree with your slander of hot dogs. Oh. We might have a cat stream. Hello, kitty. Goodbye, kitty. She's going back to bed. Moving folders while I watch. I get you. Alright, well, I've already goofed this up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! I couldn't remember if he went straight across or jumped. Alright. What I was gonna say, and now I've kind of botched it. 1, 2, 3. I was gonna say, if this fight goes well, if you had said 40 minutes, we might have awarded you points. 50 minutes, my bad. Get out of the way, Sonic. Dun, 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 dun. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Collision is working here like I expect it to, and not how it did in Sonic Jam the other day. 8, 9, 10, 11, and winner is me. 2 GGs in one night. Thank you for the GGs. Tails looks confused in that shot. Yeah. Can we talk about Tails for a second and how fast he got the tornado fixed? And then how fast he did all the math to figure out exactly where Sonic was falling to through the atmosphere from space in the Death Egg. Like, Tails is actually like an actual mad genius. I still haven't watched that. I need to. I hear it was good. That or he's just chronically lucky. Oh, God. Well, I don't know who needs to hear this, but we doing it again. That's the best meme in 2025, man. Mystic Cave Monday. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bop. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Why do something on just Monday when you could do Bad Dudes daily? I really don't know the history. Like, the guy was on my For You page on TikTok doing other games. He's, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, and then would go into some video game song, and he did Mystic Cave one day, and it became a meme, and he does every Monday. I don't know, and if someone asked him people kept asking him to repeat Mystic Cave. And when he would get a repeat, he said, he needs to hear this again, and then play the song. And Mystic Cave just became a meme, and it became Mystic Cave Monday. So every Monday, I don't know who needs to hear this, but we doing it again. It's fun. I like these cutscenes. These cutscenes are fun. Yay, I win. Oh, boy. Oops, this page is having a problem. Topical that is playing Sonic music. See, if you... Hang on. Who's out here? Alright, I'm going to raid BitNerd Games again. He's playing Earthbound. That's good enough. I was trying to find some Sonic gamers, but they're not here. I beat Gunstar. Let's catch up here. Is real good. See, the plot is real good. That is why did something realist of real talk about Gunstar Heroes before you go. Gunstar is a solid classic. I beat the game on easy. It was my very first run and gun at about 8, maybe 9 years old. You have nothing to worry about. If run and gun is not your genre, you will still love it, promise. If you end up struggling, I will tell you a way to literally just hold A to win on normal or below. Not showing those cards yet, but trust me. Okay. I mean, look, Gunstar Heroes is on the list. I'm going to get to it, and like, I'm not trying to avoid it. I'm trying to not be too progressy right now with games just because I'm trying to get my thoughts and how I want Project Backlog Season 2 to launch. I'm just trying to get that all in my head, and then I want to progress. But we're getting there, I promise. I'm not ignoring it. But the raid's getting ready to happen. We're going over to BitNerd Games. He's playing Earthbound, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Is what we ain't got except freedom.